Exciting to have this today. It's been so long. The thing is, you now can bring the blender to the product instead of the other way around.
Get me some liquid
Whether it's
for the
hot
soup.
soup in a big 8-quart or 12-quart stock pot, you can use this immersion blender as just that. So not only, I mean, with a hot soup, when you think about trying to put that in a regular blender, I've had this happen where it's like, it exploded because you know what? It's just too hot. But that's just the beginning of things that you can do here. You can use the whisk for whipped creams and meringues. You can use the masher to be able to really create those fluffy mashed potatoes. You can use any one of these discs, any one of these attachments to do all the work that you don't want to do anymore. The slicing, the dicing, the shredding, the blending, the mashing, the pureeing, the emulsifying. All of these attachments literally just go right onto the motor. And this is something that's going to give you 400 watts of power no matter what it is. Even if it's just the prep, as Chef was saying, that's sometimes the most daunting of all jobs that we want to, to create a recipe. So you get the beaker, you get the immersion blender, you get the masher, you get the whisk, you get the regular blades, you get the slicers, the dicers, the graters, you get every single attachment you can imagine. You just have to choose which color. Do you want red? Do you want black? Do you want blue? Do you want white? We have them all, and on a flex, and I can't recommend using that enough, it's $19.99 to get yours delivered. And by the way, all of these functions, you are getting every single one of these, from juliennes to shredding to making your own fresh guacamoles. But you know what? It's not just about the fresh stuff. I'm gonna make my way back to the counter with the chef because this is something that you're gonna use to prep your meals, but also to really enjoy the yumminess of even your quiches. Obviously, the mashed potatoes has caught my eye after having just a great Easter holiday. Hello, Marian. Happy Easter to you the day after.
All right,
so
finally you're back. You know, this is one machine who can do everything you ever will want to do in the kitchen. We had a food processor, we had an immersion blender, but that was 15 years ago.
Yeah.
The immersion blender alone was $39.
Yeah.
So now for $79, you get a food processor, you get a masher to make your mashed potatoes for the first time, you get a grater. But what I'm the most proud of is to get this insert, which is a dicer. Can we get a close-up of that? Look at that.
There it is.
This alone, Preble sells that piece for $129. Can you believe just that piece? Then you have to buy the food processor and put it in. So that alone is worth this thing. And I'm gonna show you why.
That's insane.
Now look at that here.
Okay.
So I have one in there already. So cucumbers. You want to make a wonderful garden fresh salad. Look how long it's going to take you to make a delicious salad.
There's the pusher, and it does all the chopping, all the slicing, all the dicing.
Look at it. How long would it take you, or me, as a matter of fact, to make that much of a salad?
That's an 11-cup bowl that you're seeing, in case you can't kind of discern the size. That's a huge bowl and a big capacity. That's a lot of fresh yumminess. So,
look at it.
You said that attachment alone with
that
a different
attachment
company?
alone is $129 from our competitors. Now, they are a good company too. I'm not saying anything bad about them. They are good, but for the price, they better be good. Now here you get the same thing. Look at that salad you can make in. How long did it take me to do that? If you're ready for the summer, you do barbecues outside. But not everybody likes just the barbecue. You want to make a garden fresh salad. You use carrots. You can put beets in here. You can put zucchinis in here. Whatever you like, and make it look beautiful.
Look at how pretty that chicken dish is.
Yeah, look at here. I made a chicken with sauteed potatoes here. And then look at the soup. Look at this soup. Can you see that?
Talk about a fresh vegetable soup.
A fresh vegetable soup. You cannot buy that in your supermarket, nowhere. And look, it looks beautiful. Why? Because the vegetables are cut perfectly, and then it's easy and fast to cook.
And they're cut fresh right there in your own kitchen. Actually, this does all the hard work.
Yeah.
I know I would be missing some digits after trying to cut and dice all
well, you know what? You might lose a finger or two. Yeah, that's true. Now, let me put this over here. Now, look. With one dice, salad, vegetables, and soup. And everything, you can do it in no time. And I love it. Why? Because the hard part is always doing the prep work. The prep work takes the longest. So now I'm doing it for you. It's almost like having me in your home, except for $75, I don't come.
It's like, I don't think so. By the way, Marianne, you did an amazing job with this new cookbook that goes right along with your immersion blender and food processing recipes too. It will show you everything. It'll give you, I just saw chicken marsala recipe in here. And this, by the way, this cookbook is available. If you get this and the Today Special, get this. You're already at 99-ish. So if you use your HSN card, you can take $20 off.
Yeah, I know, it's amazing.
So
now
it's
look,
basically getting the book for free.
at that here. For the first time ever, we never had that. We have a potato masher. Normally, I will tell you, don't use your immersion blender, don't use your food processor. Why? Because it makes it gooey. The plate turns so fast, the metal plate, that it destroys the molecules of the potato, the starch, and it makes it like caoutchouc. It makes it totally gluey.
Like gluey,
and, terrible. Not with this. Look at that. Can we get a close-up in here?
This is the kind my grandmother used to use by hand, like that kind of rice smasher.
This is an erizer who's gonna push the potatoes through these holes with a small and slow turning attachment here, so it makes it so easy. Now look at that here.
Oh, you can see instantly how it's just adding air.
Look at that. See that on top here?
Yes.
I'll show you one more.
It's literally aerating those mashed potatoes so they're fluffy and light.
So they get fluffy, creamy, and really amazing.
I love that you've added that masher.
Yeah.
That has not been done before, but look at that. I mean, all the attachments are included in case you haven't seen this yet, or maybe you're tuning in for the first time today. To have Wolfgang here the day after Easter is really a special part of this holiday weekend.
You know what? I left my home yesterday and I said, you know, my wife said, you know, why you want to work on Easter? I said, you know what? We have a brand new machine, a brand new appliance. I want people to see it because then I have no more time to come here. All right.
It's really a special time. And this is, again, it's been 15 years since you've had an immersion blender as a Today Special or even a food processor. So you've really upgraded this to give you the power and many more attachments than ever before.
Bring me the pasta sauce.
Let's say some hellos.
I had it in a bowl.
We're going to head to the phones to welcome Jean in New York.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Hello,
Hi, Gina in New York. How are you?
Hi, Wolfgang. How are you?
I'm excellent, thank you. I'm making great mashed potatoes, and I'm going to show you in a second a new recipe I just thought I'm going to do. All right. What are you saying, Gina?
So what do you have, Jean?
Sorry?
What do you have from Wolfgang that you love?
Oh, my God. We have the food processor. We have the older immersion blender. We have your pots. We have your garnish set. We have your food processor, your rice cooker, your pressure cooker. I think the whole house is like a Wolfgang kitchen.
Sounds like it.
And we love it. You have the greatest quality. Your products are great. You stand behind everything. We've never bought anything that we've been sorry we purchased.
Thank you. You know, Gina, Jean, I would not be here if I wouldn't feel the same way. You know, I have restaurants everywhere. We just opened a new restaurant in Disney Springs. Actually, going to do a dinner there tomorrow at the Wolfgang Park Bar and Grill there. But I think for me, to help people at home, even I love when you come to my restaurants, but you don't going to go out every night to a restaurant, once in a while. But you want to cook at home. And I always say, families who cook together, stay together.
Very nice.
Yes.
So,
yes, and to tell you the truth, when I use your pots and pans and when I use your utensils, it does give you a great boost of confidence. You feel like you can do anything that Wolfgang can do.
No, thank you. You can, yeah. It's not me. You can see it's the machine.
Thank you so much, Jean,
thank
for your call.
you.
I think I've got the same immersion blender that she does because it's been so long since you've brought us a new model. So if you are, literally, if you're struggling in the kitchen because you don't want to do the prep, you don't want to do the dicing, look at the shredding. Look at how...
Making shredded cheese. Grate your own cheese. It's so much better than having store-bought one. See, you have the grater right in here. Let me put that over here, maybe somewhere.
It's really interesting to me because this is not an immersion blender and it's not a food processor. It's both. It's literally, you don't have to pick one or the other because you need both. And now it's one appliance that does the entire list of things that we need to do in our kitchens.
Yeah, and you know what? You saw me making pasta sauce over there, so I said, okay, let's change a little bit. I had some leftover. I'm gonna put that in the bottom of my pan here. Okay, here, Marianne. Oh, let's.
Thank you.
Thank you, Marianne. Okay, now put that on the bottom, and we're gonna put the potatoes right on top here.
Ooh, like a shepherd's pie?
Like a shepherd's pie.
Oh, yes.
Look at that. So you make it the way you like it. You can make it with sweet potatoes, with beautiful mashed potatoes. And then what we have to do is put a little bit of our shredded cheese on top and bake it. Here we go. Look at that.
So delicious.
An amazing dish in no time, and you don't need one machine only.
And that's what's the key to today's special,
Okay.
is that it does all of these
Yeah.
jobs. It's one appliance that doesn't take up 4 different, counter places, because you don't need all those separate, the attachments are all inclusive. They take up no room at all, a quick little drawer. But the power behind it, and this is my favorite demo, what
Yeah.
Chef is about to do, taking that to the stock pot
I
to
know.
make a hot soup puree.
You know, if you go to your blender and you turn it on too fast, it splashes out. This is so much safer because
Right.
you can move that around.
It's so true.
And
I've had
in
that
no
explosion.
time,
Oh.
you have a delicious soup.
So the stainless
So
steel
this-
shaft is the key to being able to put that into a deep
and it's
stock pot.
stainless, exactly. So that way it stays like that. If you can put it in the boiling hot soup here, and nothing will happen because it's stainless steel, as you can hear.
Yep, that's really important. There's a
So
lot of
not
cheap models
cheap
out there that are
plastic with that,
plastic,
all
yeah.
right?
That looks delicious too.
I know. So then you pour it in here. Look at that.
You know, I have a friend who went through some dental work last
Yeah.
summer, and I was doing a lot of pureed soups and whatnot because he couldn't eat anything that wasn't soft. And so I use my immersion blender like every
Yeah.
single day, and I've just become such a huge fan now of those delicious, warm, comforting soups like
Yeah,
that.
so you know what? You can make that in no time. So easy and so fast.
Absolutely.
And it tastes perfectly delicious.
Most of you are picking up the cookbook at the same time, so go ahead and place this in with your order, because if you do both and you put it on your HSN card, you can take $20 off your purchase today. That's $99 or more on Mondays. So all you do today is choose which color do you want most for your kitchen. We have red, black, blue, and white. And in addition to that, as we continue shredding, we're gonna run back to the phones next. Are you making a homemade coleslaw? Is that gonna be a coleslaw, Chef?
That's gonna be my Chinois chicken salad.
Ooh, your famous Chinois chicken salad.
So we have romaine, and then I'm gonna add a little cabbage, red cabbage for color.
I had this salad in one of your restaurants in
Okay,
Vegas,
let me-
and it's the most memorable thing ever.
Oh, we're gonna get them in there, okay. I get a little too anxious.
And then that pusher just pushes
Okay,
it all on in.
perfect.
So as you do that, let's say hello to Tony joining us on the phones from Florida. We
Hi,
just picked this
Tony.
up.
Hello, Wolfgang. It's good to talk to you again.
Good to talk to you, thank you. How was your weekend?
Very, very good. We're looking forward to the 7-in-1 Immersion blender.
Yeah.
Really, really excited about it. Wolfgang, can I say one thing to you?
Yeah.
You may remember my grandson, Anthony Bedone. You autographed your cookbook on the air for him.
Yeah.
And you were opening your restaurant, and you told him, he's 3 years old, and you said, come down and see me. He saw you on again today, and he said, Mommy, we got to go see Wolfgang. He's going to be at the restaurant today.
I'm gonna be in our restaurant on Tuesday night. Tomorrow night I'm doing a Spago dinner at our restaurant in Orlando,
I
in
know
Disney
my
Springs.
daughter's leaving today to get up there to try to get in to see you tomorrow, because he's telling her, I got to see my friend Wolfgang.
that's so great.
All right, have
That's
him come by.
terrific.
Have him come by. I will be there.
Tony, thanks for the call
Thank
today.
you, Tony.
I'm glad
Enjoy
you
your
picked up our
blender.
today's special.
Now look at that. Look at my chicken salad here. See, I was talking to Tony half of the time, and I still did it in 2 minutes. Look at that. So you mix it well together. Even the chicken slices, you can see them in here.
Yeah, they're nice and
Thin.
big, and
Yeah.
they aren't like just shredded into nothing.
Exactly.
Now, what about the dressing? How do you make the dressing for
The
this?
dressing, so what we do is we use honey mustard, Chinese mustard, honey, and a little ginger,
Okay,
and then a little peanut oil, and mix it well together with our immersion blender.
Ooh, yummy.
And serve it just like that. And then Look at it. We finish it
That
up.
recipe is in this book. Thank you, Marianne.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chef. This is awesome. That is honestly something I'm so looking forward to making at home.
Now, look at that. You make that for lunch. You have some friends come over. You serve that. You know what? They're going to come back very fast. They're going to say, we never had food like that.
This is such a great book, too, guys. I'm really encouraging you to pick it up because it gives me new ideas. I get stuck in a rut. I make the same things. I get bored with my same old recipe items.
Yeah.
But this is going to take it to a different level, especially with fresh produce that's going to be so in season right now.
Exactly.
Like those
and you know, as I said
avocados.
before, in cooking, prep work is the most difficult thing to do. Now, look, you get the whisk with it too. So if you want to make whipped cream, chocolate mousse, whatever you do, you can do it just like that.
And to do it fresh. You know, you've been a proponent of fresh
Yeah.
your whole career, and it's so true.
Uh-oh, somebody is calling me about, no.
Who is it?
Hello, I have no time right now. I'm on the air. You have to order through HSN, okay? Thank you very much. Okay. The people are ordering with me here. Okay, let's put the phone over here.
That's the best ever. Yes, we're
I know
live.
they probably can get through on the phone. They call me direct now. That's a bad thing.
That's too good.
All right, that's okay.
As you're doing that, let's welcome Joni on the phones next from North Carolina. Hello, Joni.
Hi, Joni. How are you?
Oh, my God. You know, I have a picture with you giving me a kiss in front of two of my college students years ago in Charlotte at a food festival.
In our
Johnson
restaurant
and
in
Wales.
Charlotte. Good.
Yeah, I love your products.
Thank you.
It's so funny because I was thinking recently I really could use a new food processor and a new immersion blender. And then I was on my break and I tuned in and there you had the combo and more.
No kidding.
I know. Here you have everything in one. And I tell you, I showed you the disc, which probably sells for $129. Can you believe? Without the machine, just the dicer alone. So that's crazy.
That is. It's so
and
ironic.
I eat really healthy, and I've been trying to find salsas prepared, but they never taste right. And watching you, it's like I'm just going to make my own.
Good.
Totally. You
Good.
know what?
Easy.
When it's prepared in advance, you know there are stabilizers in it. If you put onions or garlic in it, it overpowers everything. You don't get the subtleties anymore. So if you make it fresh, it will taste so much better. But more important also, it will cost half the money.
Yeah, and that's the other
And
thing.
you have this machine to do all the work, so it's easy.
Thank you.
Thank you,
and I love
Johnny.
the air fryer. I love that air fryer so
thank
much.
you.
That's terrific. Thank you so much for calling,
Thanks for
Joni.
calling, yeah. All right,
nice of
now
you.
let me make my chocolate mousse now here. You know, often you forget how to make a dessert. You say, oh my God, now what am I gonna do? My friends are coming over, I wanna serve something. So if you have a little whipped cream in your refrigerator and maybe some chocolate, you can melt it with a little cream in your microwave, cool it down, and then you make your chocolate mousse with your little mixer here.
Because the whisk is included. And as I'm going through this cookbook, I didn't realize all the things that you need an immersion blender or a food processor for. I mean, everything from your glazed salmon with edamame, jalapeno popper dip. Look at this ombre orange cheesecake, pickles and Brussels sprouts. And oh my gosh, you guys. Marion, you've kind of taken an immersion.
My teacher is.
This is really inspiring. I didn't realize how many things you can use this for.
Now look at that, in 2 minutes. See that now it's starting already to get thick. My chocolate mousse is ready. I mean, how easy is that?
Oatmeal banana baby food. I love it. Skillet Mexican spaghetti, kale and cranberry salad, pasta frittata. This cookbook is excellent.
Now look at that.
So,
You take that off, put that in a dishwasher, or just rinse it off, and that's it. And then here you have beautiful, look at that, chocolate mousse.
oh, wow. Fresh.
How easy, but it tastes totally different. Now you put some berries in here or any fruits you like in there, cover it up with a little more, and then where's my chocolate sauce? Somebody ate it? No.
As you finish that beautiful, delicious dessert, we're going to say another hello. Glenda's on the line next from Nevada. It is so nice to have you with us, Glenda. Meet Chef Wolfgang Puck.
Hi, Glenda.
Shepherd's pie.
Okay.
Hi.
How are you,
It's
Glenda?
So nice to talk to you.
Good to talk
great.
to you.
How about you?
Yeah. What do you have, Glenda?
I just wanted to put a testimonial in about I've had your first immersion blender since it came out, and just like the host just said, it's I don't know how many years old, and it works like a gem. I love it.
Thank you. You know what, Glenda, I think we try to make the best products with the best price. That's my aim. And in a restaurant, it's the same. I want to give people the best food and best service for the best price. Now, are we always the cheapest? No, but we want to be the best.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like I told the representative, I said, yes, I might even order the new one because it has two more things that the first one didn't have. It didn't have the masher,
Right.
and the shredder. Yeah.
And the shredder.
And the dicer is amazing.
That's the key to me.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw this, Glenda. Is this the one? No, but there's a piece, an
Where's
attachment.
the dicing place? Here.
Here.
Yeah.
You get this one as well?
Yeah.
Now, look, this thing alone, see that with the slicer and the thing here, this alone probably sells for $129. It's advertised in the newspaper.
Just
I
for the
couldn't believe it. So,
attachment.
just an attachment.
So you're getting
Yeah.
that and everything
And-
else.
Yeah.
I wouldn't blame you for
And
upgrading.
the
'cause-
host said that she has the old one.
I
Well,
do.
that's the one that I have,
Yeah.
the one that she has.
Yeah, and mine is great too, but I'm with you, Glenda. Like, this one I think has got more power and it's got those extra attachments. And it's always a nice thing to have as a backup too.
Exactly. You know, or you give the old one away or
There you
give the
go.
new one. I mean,
Yeah.
what a great present, a wedding gift. You know, weddings
That's
are coming out.
That's
Yeah.
exactly right. That's what exactly I'm going to do.
Good
Yeah.
thinking. Thank you, Glenda. We appreciate your call.
Thank you, Glenda.
Shepherd's
like the shepherd's pie. You saw
Ooh.
me make the mashed potatoes for the shepherd's pie. Where is it, Marianne?
looks
Oh, look at that.
Are you kidding?
Now, this was with our mashed potatoes, so you can use leftover mashed potatoes and some of the leftover sauce, and then...
So how many different attachments did you use to create this shepherd's pie? You
Now,
used
look
the
at that.
masher. We started with that
Yeah.
wonderful sauce from the chef's pot.
We made that sauce from the chef's pot, and you serve that, and you know what? People are gonna think, wow, this is amazing. So I used the shredder, and I used the masher for the mashed
And
potato.
then and the shredded cheese
Yeah.
on top. Yeah, absolutely. Wow, that looks incredible. One of the many, many amazingly delicious things that you're gonna be making. Folks, if you're just tuning in, it's a $20 bill to get this upgraded combo. It's an immersion blender and a food processor. It's not one or the other. I mean, I've seen immersion blenders alone that sell this for this kind of a price point. But Chef, as you said, I know you said you're not always the cheapest, but you're always the best. But I also think you
here
are
at
the most
HSN, you
affordable.
get the best deal for sure. I
Without
mean,
a
there's no
doubt.
place, because we buy everything in large quantities,
Yep.
and be careful, it's very hot, so eat it slowly. And there is no stores. We are here in the swamps in Florida, and you know, the real estate is not that expensive. We are not on Fifth Avenue or on Rodeo Drive or on Worth Avenue. So here,
hilarious.
you get it directly from us to you. That's why we can give you this great price. Now look at that, making guacamole now makes it so easy.
So you're using the masher.
Yeah,
oh
look
my
at that.
gosh. I love this new technique. Oh, talk about a nice airy whipped guac.
Yeah.
Nice. And there is nothing better. In fact,
Yeah.
I'm guilty of having just purchased one of those little like pre-prepared ones.
I know.
And
It probably cost you like for a flex payment.
Well, it was
flex
expensive,
payment.
but it literally is. When you read the ingredients, I was
Yeah.
so horrified at how many things I couldn't even read. I couldn't even spell. And I know that they do that so that it can sit in the fridge for days and days,
Yeah.
because a fresh avocado goes brown pretty much within a couple
Exactly,
hours.
goes brown, and now you have it right here. If you have a big spoon, I can put it here.
Yum. Well, I am thrilled for all of you. If you're just tuning in, I want to show you the colors and remind you you've got every attachment you could imagine, more than we've ever done before. Chef it's been since 2005 since we've done a Today Special on either an immersion blender or a food processor, and now he has combined both of them. Look at this big food processor and your immersion blender. This is the powerhouse right here. All the attachments are included. You get the extra beaker, the whisk, the immersion blender, the masher. It just depends on which color you get. It will match your color. You're getting every single function when it comes to dicing and shredding and julienning, and that's the attachment that Chef was showing us. There's another company that just makes that attachment for $129. That's included. Plus, you're getting the pusher and you're getting the shredder and slicer disc and the blades, and everything you see here is just a matter of which color: red, black, blue, or white, and then it's on its way to you with just one payment of $19.99. So it's definitely your day to think about all the fresh things that you're gonna make, not just the salads and all the, you know, mayonnaise and all the different salad dressings, but look at some of these amazing meals that you prepared because of this.
And look at that. Now I'm gonna make a salsa. It's summertime is coming up.
Good.
I love a good salsa, but you know,
me too.
A salsa store-bought never tastes right. You always think something is not right. There's nothing better than a fresh salsa. Now you can make it an hour or two before you serve it. And you know, tomatoes, add in, I love lime, and I throw in the whole half lime, because I love the flavor of the lime rind also.
Oh, nice.
All right. Then we put that on here, the cover on, and that's it. Oh, I have to look at. Okay, good.
Here,
I don't have my glasses. You have the two things here, open and the closed thing. And then you put it on and pulsate it.
So the pulsating, that keeps it nice and chunky?
You keep it chunky. So if you want to really fine, let it run a little longer. But I like to pulsate it so that way I can see exactly what is in there. Oh, it's a lot in here. Where's my...
We've got the pusher is missing.
The pusher?
I'll grab it. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Here we go. We'll just use a white one.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Do you like a nice spicy salsa?
Yeah, I like it spicy, and I made it really spicy. And with the flavor of the lime, it makes a whole different thing. Now look at that, how beautiful.
Oh, yeah. That is what it's about, to be able to control
it's spicy.
Is it?
Yeah. I tasted them. I love it when it's spicy.
I do too. I'm a spice girl myself. Good tip though on that full lime, the whole lime, to actually put the rind and everything in there. But you can tell from just the colors. Look at how much brighter the reds are and the greens. Look at this guacamole. It's just like so fresh. You know, we have one chance to give our bodies what it needs. And if you're filling it full of chemicals and preservatives every day, you know, it's not going to be a pretty story at the end.
For sure, it doesn't taste good and it's not good for you. So look at that. In the morning, we start out with a smoothie maybe. During the day, the kids, when they play outside, they come back in the house and want something, and you make them a smoothie, they're going to think, wow, we don't have to go on vacation anymore. We can get it in our own home.
And again, taking that blender to the beaker. And I like what you're doing too, how you're lifting it up and pushing it back down versus...
Look at that.
Oh, there's some power. Because otherwise, with the blender, you're always opening it and having to push all your ingredients down. Nice.
Okay, so again, a minute or less, 30 seconds, you get the best smoothie easy. So if you like to add rum, tequila, if you have grown-ups, or you just make it for the kids when they play, look at that.
So smooth and creamy.
So you can use pineapple, you can use raspberries, whatever you have.
Let's say hi to Wendy.
Hi, Wendy, how are you?
Oh, hi, Wolfgang. Hi, Callie. I'm doing
Wendy.
great.
Good. You're joining us in California?
Yes.
Wonderful. So are you getting the Today Special? Do you already have something like this, or?
Yeah, I ordered the Today Special in red, and I do. I have so many products from Wolfgang Puck. I love everything that I've gotten from him. I started off with the bistro set, the 12-piece pan set about 20 years ago. I love them to this day. They hold up. Everything I get from Wolfgang has been phenomenal. It just lasts and lasts. I got the knives, the pepper, electric and salt and pepper shakers, the grinder, the rice cooker. There's just so many things that I get every
You have as much stuff as I have at home.
Oh, yeah, my husband every day I go, oh, I see Wolfgang Puck on, I got to order whatever he's got coming up. So, yeah, I got the Today Special, and I can't wait to get it.
Oh, you're
It's an
gonna
awesome piece.
love this
Yeah.
new machine,
This is great.
especially the dicer. You know, when you're gonna make a salad, when you're gonna make a vegetable soup, it's gonna look like $100. You know,
Yeah,
it
right.
looks
Yeah.
so amazing.
The prep work just looks like it's going to be phenomenal. I hate
Yeah.
chopping stuff up. I
Me
watched
too.
your presentation you were making with the shrimp and the vegetables. That's going to be
Yeah.
that's going to blow it out of the park for me. I can't wait.
Awesome. Thank you, Wendy. So nice of you to
Thank
join
you,
us
Wendy.
today.
So good to
Okay.
talk to
All
you.
right.
And like, watch Wendy. Like, I think you have the immersion blender already. Immersion blender. Now we're gonna make mayonnaise, salt, pepper, dried mustard. So you put it all in here with 2 whole eggs. Then white wine vinegar or lemon juice or red wine vinegar. And then we're gonna add all the oil here all at once. See that? Now, if I would have done that when I did my apprenticeship, I had to do the egg yolks and then whisk in the oil a little at a time. It took me half an hour to make a pint of mayonnaise.
so
Now with
tedious.
that, it makes it so much easier. Look at that.
It's crazy how you can make your own mayo in
Yeah.
seconds. Because it's drawing everything in and
I know.
emulsifying.
Look at that.
That is shocking. That is amazing.
And look at that. The mayonnaise is perfectly done.
So that was eggs, salt, pepper,
Vinegar.
vinegar.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah, and oil, obviously, and
Yeah.
eggs. Yeah, so simple.
Wow.
But you can add any flavor you want. I make it directly in my mason jar here. I close it up, and I put it in the refrigerator if I don't use it. If I want to add ketchup, onions, herbs, capers, whatever, just throw them in there. And you have a remoulade sauce to go with your shrimp cocktail or things
I
like that.
learn so much every time you're here. It's such a treat. Thank you so much for
Thank
sharing
you.
everything you do with us. We're going to say another hello. Virginia's joining us next on the phones from Florida. Welcome, Virginia. With
Hi,
Chef
Virginia.
Wolfgang.
How are you?
Hi, I'm fine.
Yeah.
How are you all doing?
I'm sorry, say it again.
I'm calling to tell you
Okay.
that, Wolfgang, you are a lifesaver for me.
Aw.
I have nerve damage in my hand
Oh.
Yeah.
recently, and I haven't been able to chop or dice anything. And the recipe that I'm noted for, that everybody loves, is my lentil soup. And you have to chop garlic, celery, onions, and carrots.
Yeah.
And I kept chopping half my fingers off. So when I saw this, oh God, it chopped.
Yeah.
So I immediately bought it.
Marianne, give me my
good.
chicken from over there. I'm gonna show her what we made.
Virginia, this
I
must-
mean, it is so amazing when you do your food and you cut the vegetables nicely. Look at that. Right
Virginia,
away,
this
it
is gonna
looks
be
like
amazing.
it's made by a professional chef somewhere. I put a little salsa on top of my chicken breast with the carrots, with the potatoes, some fresh herbs in here, and it tastes delicious.
You
Just
must
a little
be
salt
so
and pepper.
excited, Virginia. This is going to do all the hard work for
Yeah.
you.
This is
Thank you.
hours of prep work in a minute.
Yeah, it's going to be a wonderful new treat
Yeah.
for you. Again, thanks for that call.
Thank you.
Pesto. Oh,
Okay,
make
pesto.
pesto.
Now you also
One of
get,
my favorite
if you
things.
want to, you can buy that. Separate the small bowl here. So if you want to make pesto, if you're only 2 people, you might use the small one more often. So I have a little pine nuts, garlic, basil, olive oil. You can also add a little Parmesan if you like to, but I don't add it because when I use pesto for fish, I don't add Parmesan to it, so just this is fine. All right, now with this on top.
Do you ever add Parmesan to your pesto, or do you do it at the end?
I do it at the end generally.
Okay, gotcha.
Look at that. So if you do that in the mortar and the pestle, you know what? It's gonna take you forever to do that. So this makes it so easy, so fast, and nobody will know the difference. You know, if there would be a big difference, I would say, okay, let's do it that way. But there is no difference at all.
I'm so glad you're making this. I have this huge parsley, garden.
Yeah,
I've
no,
got certain things that just overflow, like my parsley
It is
and
so
rosemary.
perfect if you grow your own herbs, you know, and
Yeah.
after a while they fall apart and
Yes.
they get wilted.
Yeah.
So now you make your pesto, put them in small containers or even in Ziploc bag and put them in the freezer.
Oh,
so
I'm so
that
excited
way,
you did that. I'm gonna do exactly that.
That way, when you need them, you have them. It's so easy and so fast.
And there's other attachments, as you see right there. Which one is that, Rocky, that you just put up? Oh, that's one you just demoed with. Okay, so that's only $14.95, $649, I think.
Yeah, that's
018.
the add-on if you have. And now let's show one more time maybe our
Shred slice.
Dice shred slice.
Okay, Marianne, maybe you do start the slicer. So now look at that one more time. Is it
You go
club?
first,
Club?
please.
It's not plugged in yet.
And as we do, let's say hi to Mary, who's also joining us
Hi,
next on
Mary.
the phones from Maryland.
Mary from Maryland.
Hi.
Hi, Mary.
Hi. How are you doing?
So terrific. We're glad you're with us. Did you pick up our today's special, or you just love Wolfgang's products?
I picked up on today's special.
Excellent.
I'm really thrilled that he come up with this, that Wolfgang come up with this. Seems like things are going to be so much easy. I have just about everything he has gotten.
Well, good.
Thank you.
You've got good taste.
Let me tell you, I really learn a lot, too, because I catch on to his hints when he's making his food.
Yeah.
So it's helped me quite a bit. And a lot of my things that I have bought from Wolfgang Puck's kitchenary things, like the pots and the pans and the blenders, and, I couldn't begin to tell you because I've got 2 kitchens full. And now I'm starting on getting stuff I have a grandson that's getting married.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Get him all set up.
It's like, I've started getting things out, you know,
That's
and
great.
because he'll be getting married in October, and
Well, you
That's
got
a
good taste.
perfect wedding gift. And you know, so many people give people some gifts they never use.
Right.
You know, this is not like a fresh pasta maker. You might use it once in a while. This is you're gonna use every day one part. If it's to grate cheese.
More than likely. Dicing, slicing, shredding, as you can see as you've watched all of this. The chopping, the emulsifying. Thank you, Mary, so much for your phone call.
Thank you, Mary, and enjoy it. You know what? I think I will get one for me and one for a present. You get 2 at the same time. You know what? You get a special price then.
Today only.
Yeah.
This is only for today. This is Easter Monday, and we are so delighted to make it available to you for the first time since 2005. So Wolfgang has been really working hard behind the scenes, making sure it's got the power, every attachment.
400 watts with this one, so it has a lot of power. You can use the food processor, you can use the shredder, you can use the dicer.
I love the masher.
The masher, yeah, exactly, for the first time.
Absolutely, the first
immersion
time.
blender, the whisk. I mean, it is amazing.
I can't wait to go home and make pesto now. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
And all of this, you guys, it is because of the immersion blender and food processor combo that all of this was created, from the soups to the chicken breast to that beautiful shepherd's pie, the chinois salad that is like, to the guacamole, the salsa, the mayonnaise.
Chocolate mousse, I mean, you
soups.
name it. I mean, it's amazing. But what I love the most, everything looks so much better. Now get one more look into my vegetable soup in here. That could be a chicken soup with vegetables. Look at that.
So
See
delicious.
that?
Thank you. And